All right. Hey guys. So today we are still talking about division, but we're going to focus on estimating. Now, before, when you have been estimating problems, you usually just do that so that you can compare your estimate to your answer and then see if you got close, then you probably got it right. But there's actually another reason to estimate for problems like this. And the reason is that you can actually use your estimate to help you solve the problem. And you're going to see that in the next video in just a minute. But first, let's talk about how we can estimate for this problem, 2,438 divided by 46. And I've actually rewritten the problem over here so that you can see a little bit better about how to estimate. So 2,438 divided by 46. Now, yesterday you learned that the first thing you should do when you're solving big division problems like this is make a list of the multiples, which I've done right here. 46 times 10, 20, 40, and 50. And you can actually see if you've already done this work or if you look at these numbers, this can actually help you estimate too, because look, 46 times 50 is 2,300. The number we're trying to get to here is 2,438. That's pretty close to 2,300, right? So our answer is probably going to be pretty close to 50, which means our estimate's probably going to be pretty close to 50 too, right? But I'm going to put that back down here because there's other ways that you can estimate that I want you to see. What you really need to do when you're estimating is change the numbers into friendly numbers. Now, friendly numbers means numbers that are easier to think about and work with in your head. The way that you can do that is kind of like rounding, but you don't actually have to follow the rules of rounding. You just have to change the numbers that you're dividing into numbers that kind of resemble the math facts that you know. So think about the math facts that we know. Think about what we could change these into that are close to these numbers, but a little easier for us to think about. So for example, I'm looking at 2,438 and I'm thinking, oh, a friendly number that's really close to that is 2,500, right? And that starts with a 2 and a 5. I know a math fact that gets us to 25, 5 times 5, right? And since I have a 46 here, I can make that more friendly right now by changing it into a 50, rounding that up to 50. Now I have 2,500 divided by 50. Since I know my math facts, 5 times 5 is 25. 50 times 50 is going to be 2,500. So a good estimate here would be 50, like we were just saying. But that's not the only way we could make an estimate here. I'm going to show you another way you could do it. Um, Another way that you could make an estimate for this problem is by looking at this number again and saying, oh, that's pretty close to 2,400. So instead of changing it to 2,500, I'm going to change it to 2,400. And then I'm going to think, okay, what math facts do I know that will get me close to 24? Well, this is a 46. If I change that into a 40, 4 times 6 is 24, right? So 40 times 60 is going to be 2,400. So another estimate for this problem might be 60. So the two estimates that we've had so far are 50 and 60. I know that my answer is going to be somewhere around there, probably in between 50 and 60, right? So any estimate that you made that is between 50 and 60 or one of those numbers is probably a pretty good estimate for this problem. Just remember when you're making estimates, you want to change the numbers into something more friendly that you can work with thinking about those math facts that we spent so much time practicing, right? All right.